The daughter won a championship, and the father tore up her certificate. The daughter loved dancing, and the father massacred her dance studio, then locked her in a gym. The relentless training turned her into a killing machine, ultimately leading to his murder. She was taken to Alcatraz and imprisoned in complete isolation. This was the oppressive loneliness Anya witnessed in the female criminal's mind. This woman's past was so tragic. Once the female criminals regained their powers, their first act was to kill. Anya used a hurricane to separate the two. Little Cuckoo muttered, "No one is allowed to harm Anya." The girl possessed a powerful protective ability, allowing her to equip her targets with zero-energy armor. The armor's toughness and form would increase with her strength, and Anya needed to convince the target's mind to achieve soul control. At this moment, criminal number 50 shouted at the female criminal, "How long are you going to dawdle?" Wind attribute compressed energy sphere and blasted it towards the female criminal's inevitable path. This was a compressed A-level ability. With a deafening boom, smoke billowed everywhere, but the female criminal didn't fall. An energy armor appeared on her body, rendering her unable to withstand Little Cuckoo's attack. Why can't I use my full strength, and why is my consciousness so chaotic? Duan Fei clearly had the upper hand, while Xian Yu and Jin Bao, being small zombies, had no chance to fight back. The female criminal, unable to exert her full strength, remained in a stalemate. Duan Fei's gaze sharpened, demanding, "What are you looking around for?" The next instant, the pupils of the 50 criminals narrowed to a single red beam. Duan Fei's attack left him almost no chance to retaliate. For a moment, the zombies couldn't distinguish humans from humans. However, Duan Fei was also troubled by this. This guy's defense was harder than diamond. Suddenly, a bone claw shot out from the smoke and dust. After Duan Fei intercepted it all, he discovered that criminal number 50 had vanished. When he reappeared, he was flying behind Anya, spouting verses in a national style. He had actually circled around to kill Anya. Little Cuckoo wanted to help, but it was too late. Criminal number 50 immediately revealed a triumphant expression. At the same time, Anya entered the female criminal's consciousness. "I understand why you're here." The female criminal was startled. "Shouldn't I be asking you that?" she thought. "By the way, do you like what you're doing now?" Looking at her hands stained with blood, she thought, "No one has ever asked me that question. My father said I was very talented in this area, and because of that talent, he destroyed all my hobbies, even my friends." At that time, she realized she was powerless to change her ways. Then, a suit was placed on the girl's head, and all the suits were scattered on the ground by Anya. "If my father sees this, I'm finished." Anya used all her strength to lift a barbell, then slammed it to the ground with a scream. The scene in the consciousness space instantly vanished. Then Anya ran and jumped towards the female criminal, and everything disappeared. "Now you can do whatever you like, but how about Anya being my friend?" The word friend was a distant and foreign concept to you criminals. Why could he solve my troubles so easily? However, in reality, criminal number 50 suddenly froze, because his powerful punch was easily blocked by the Duan Fei announced, "Let's continue." At this moment, Xiao Fong suggested, "There's a dormitory nearby. Why don't we go and see if my father is there?" Duan Fei immediately agreed. "We're here to find your father anyway. No need to thank me." When they arrived at the dormitory building, they sensed a zombie aura several times stronger than the surrounding area. Duan Fei cautioned everyone not to be careless, but Fong's mental state was already shattered. A zombie suddenly descended upon him, wearing the warning outfit. In the next instant, a shadow strung the two together. "Don't get distracted. It's dangerous," Duan Fei reassured him, looking at the zombie-like warning outfit on the ground. "Don't think too much. Since we're here, let's go in and check it out." Upon entering, the first thing they saw was the fallen warning outfit. The father lived on the 3rd floor. 302 and others arrived at the dormitory door. Duan Fei told everyone to wait at the door, but when the door opened, it was empty. At this moment, number 41, leader Anya, "I want to change out of this outfit first." After checking the dormitory, the sun was just setting. There were bloodstains outside the dormitory door, indicating a fierce fight had taken place. The dormitory had indeed shown signs of recent use. Duan-Fei rubbed the bloodstains on the ground, determining that the fight had not been over for some time. Moxibustion, and the blood pointed towards the back of the dormitory, which was the direction of the dock. Perhaps the zombies had run towards the dock. The trail of past battles was strewn along the way, and Duan-Fei stopped abruptly at the corner. When Afong looked hopefully towards the dock, her expression changed drastically, and she rushed towards it in a panic. Duan-Fei stopped Shin Muxinju, telling him to go. She had found her father. Afong's father knelt at the last line of defense on the dock. He had actually died long ago, lifeless, but under the moonlight, he, as a prison guard, shone brightly and dazzlingly.